at AMF Rose Bowl Lanes. I would like to welcome you to my center in this episode of Bowling Showcase.
Welcome to another exciting edition of Bowling Showcase, the only show to bring you everything bowling in the bowling capital of the world, Metro Detroit. I'm your host, Mark Martin, and I'm happy you've decided to tune in and join me for the first magazine episode of 2018. I hope you had a safe and fun holiday season, and I'd like to wish you a Happy New Year. Well, I don't have to tell you, but you know it's been pretty darn cold outside recently. But the bowling season, it's really heating up. And I'm keeping warm right here at our host center for this month's episode, AMF Rose Bowl in Roseville. And later on in the show, I'll have a look around this state-of-the-art center and hear about all they have to offer. I hope you've been watching our 2018 Adult Challenge episodes and cheering on your favorite team. Remember, the Bowling Showcase Challenge is a season-long challenge. So you got 12 more exciting episodes this season, as well as our monthly magazine episodes like this one. Now on with the show. Our first story for today takes us back to December and the always popular 500 Club tournament held at Airway Lanes in Waterford. Let's take a look right now on Bowling Showcase. The MDU SBC 500 Club Tournament was held December 3rd at Airway Lanes in Waterford. 73 lady bowlers participated in this event, which is open to any female bowler who has shot a 500 or over series in their career. The ladies bowled 3-game handicap set with the final scores tallied to declare a winner. It was an opportunity for the ladies to not only show off their bowling skills, but to enjoy an afternoon of fun and camaraderie as well. Some bowlers thrived in the competitive atmosphere, reaching for their personal bests. Some even flirting with perfect 300 games. Others looked at the tournament as a way to have fun, practice their game, and show off their high-fashion bowling attire. There was a lot of laughter, smiles, high fives, and exceptional bowling throughout the day. In the end, it was Andrea Walker of Livonia who emerged the winner with a 3-game total of 796 and took home the $200 top prize.
It feels amazing. That last game, I was really nervous. My highest score ever is actually 245. So when I missed that 10 pin, I was a little upset, but a 245 is nothing to frown at. I mean, it's a great score, and I'm happy I was able to bowl it in a tournament. So I've never won a tournament before. This is great to do that. It's a great feeling, and I'm happy to be here.
Congratulations to all the women bowlers who participated in this year's event. And a big congratulations to our winner, Andrea Walker. What a fun-filled and exciting day of bowling. Now, we talk a lot on this show about competitive bowling, like our women's series or the various tournaments that MDU SBC hosts every year. But there's something special about MDU SBC members getting together and bowling for the greater good. A big part of being a member of MDU SBC and the bowling community is taking your love of the game and skill and using them to raise awareness and money for great causes. The McKAy Charity Invitational Tournament is one of the most successful MDU SBC charity events. So let's head over to Sterling Lanes and Sterling Heights and look at this season's event right here on Bowling Showcase. "56 bowlers making up 28 doubles teams competed at Sterling Lanes and Sterling Heights for the 27th annual Tom McKAy Charity Tournament. This charity event raises funds for 2 worthy causes: the Karmanos Cancer Institute and the International Bowling Hall of Fame and Museum. Helping to raise nearly $11,000, This event also features a silent auction and raffles. But of course, the main attraction is bowling. The tournament is open to any invited bowler and offers a unique chance to pair up with other bowlers of varying skill levels. Teams are paired according to their average, with the highest average bowler paired up with the lowest average bowler. Then, after 3 games of qualifying, the top 8 teams go head-to-head in single-game matches. Until the end of the day, a winning team is determined. The winning team was Steve Krivy of Sterling Heights, who teamed up with Dave Blahovic of Warren. Now they defeated Harold Alcini of Roseville and Steve Charette of Clinton Township 466 to 437 in the final match to claim the title.
Okay, we're here with the champions of the 27th annual Tom McKAy Charity Invitational. Steve Krivy, Dave Blahovic, you guys bowled great all day. What do you got to say for yourself?
Actually, I'm glad I had a great partner who came around the second half after qualifying, because he kind of carried me the second half, where I carried him the first half with qualifying. So very proud to be able to match up with Dave, be able to bowl with him.
So Dave, you just got those accolades from your partner. What have you got to say about it?
Right back at him. Steve was a great partner, and he carried me the first half of the matches. So.
And even with the competitive nature of the matches, the bowlers never lose sight of the big picture, having fun and raising money for 2 great causes. After the day of matches, all the bowlers gathered for a festive banquet. The McKAy Charity Tournament raised nearly $11,000 for the Karmanos Cancer Institute and the International Bowling Hall of Fame and Museum. It was a day of bowling, laughs, good cheer, and charity as MDU SBC bowlers helped out for worthy causes. Once again proving why Metro Detroit is the bowling capital of the world. What a great way to have fun and help others. Thank you to all the bowlers, volunteers, participants, and donors who helped make this charity event such a big success. Now it's time for me to take a little break, but stick around. I'll be right back with a look at our host center and more bowling action with the Women's Series coming up next on Bowling Showcase.
We won a lot of professional tournaments. We won a lot of tournaments worldwide. I mean, we won more in the last 10 years worldwide than any company. We make good bowling balls, and good players use our bowling balls because they can win with them.
The Bowling Centers Association of Michigan is a nonprofit trade organization that protects, promotes, and advances the interest of its members and member centers. It is the only association in Michigan affiliated with the Bowling Proprietors Association of America. Benefits include group purchasing programs, tournaments, annual convention and trade show, education seminars, and legislative representation. Interested in becoming a member? Contact Bo Gergen at 989-600-0992 or visit mibowl.com. The Michigan State USBC Bowling Association provides tournament competition to all levels of bowlers. Competition includes the Michigan State Open Championships at Fairlanes in Granville and Westgate in Comstock Park. The State Masters and Senior Masters will be at Astro Lanes in Madison Heights. Visit mistatebowl.com for entries for these tournaments and more information. Okay, so I'm here with Tiffany Miller, the general manager here at AMF Rose Bowl. Tiffany, I understand AMF is hosting the PBA Tournament of Champions in February. Tell me a little bit about it.
Mark, that tournament's actually going to be at one of our other centers. It's AMF Riviera Lanes that's located in Akron, Ohio.
Okay, great. So the tournament starts when?
February 10th.
Okay, so February 10th is the Pro-Am, so people can come and join in and bowl with the best, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
Bowl with the pros. And how would they sign up for that?
Come here. We have all the information here at our center.
Come right to your center or call you on the phone.
Yes.
and they can sign up right with you.
Absolutely.
Okay, well that'd be great. I'm sure people will enjoy bowling with the best.
I hope so.
Okay, so Tiffany, high school bowling's pretty big in the state of Michigan. How is AMF Rose Bowl involved?
We are the host center for Warren Woods Tower in East Detroit High School.
Okay, so how are you involved? They practice here?
They practice, and we also are the home center for their high school meets.
Okay, that's great. High school bowling is the future for all of us.
Yeah, you're right.
Okay, so Tiffany, your AMF has a great rewards program for your customers. If I bowled here, how can I be involved?
Good question, Mark. For bowling here at AMF Rose Bowl Lanes, we receive 20% off of food and beverage, $1.95 practice games, and 2 free practice games per week. And then also for being a loyal customer, with every time that you use your rewards, we give you coupons for like free items.
That's great. I mean, why would a customer go anywhere else?
Absolutely, that's what I say.
Okay, so later on this season, you've got a nice tournament coming in. Tell me a little bit about that.
Well, Mark, that tournament's going to be happening in April, and it's some of the best senior bowlers around.
Oh, that'll be wonderful. So the Pro-Am, you're taking entries for the Pro-Am on February 10th. How do they get a hold of you?
Give me a call.
Okay, what's your phone number?
586-771-4140.
Okay, well, good luck in the future, and thanks for hosting us this month.
Thanks for stopping by.
Now it's time to tell you about some upcoming tournament events so you can enter and bowl against the best around. February continues the exciting upcoming MDU SBC tournament season. The MDU SBC Senior Masters will take place at Mayflower Lanes in Redford. 6 games of qualifying on February 10th will determine who will make it to match play and join defending champion Brad Gray in the quest of this prestigious title. This event is sponsored by Turbo Grips and TurboTech. Now match play starts February 11th with the final 8 coming back to finish the event on February 17th. All MDU SBC senior bowlers would love to have this title on their resume, and you can join in too by contacting the office. MDU SBC will host a Bowl for the Cure event to raise money for breast cancer research. Everybody's welcome to participate in this event on Saturday, February 24th at high noon at Bowl 1 Lanes in Troy. The cost is $20 in advance, $25 at the door, includes 2 hours of bowling, shoes, and pizza. Why not get a group of your friends together and join us for a great cause? The annual Women's and Open Championship Tournament, commonly known as the City Tournament, kicks off February 10th at Shore Lanes in St. Clair Shores. Action continues every weekend through March 11th. This low-cost handicap and scratch tournament is popular and open to all MDU SBC members. Get a group of bowlers 55 years of age and older together for the always fun-filled MDU SBC Senior Team Tournament. This year's event, it's at Score Lanes in Taylor, beginning on March 10th. Only $20 per person gets you 3 games of handicap competition with a first prize of $1,000 on the line. Get your senior friends together for a good time, and maybe you could bring home the championship. Don't forget to pick up the latest copy of Bowling Showcase News, the monthly newspaper with all the bowling news that's fit to print in the bowling capital of the world is available at all MDU SBC bowling centers. Get yours today. Call the MDU SBC office at 248-443-2695, extension 105 for more information to enter, or visit mdusbc.com. Remember, all our tournament information can be found at mdusbc.com. Now it's time to learn how to master your game and compete with confidence with Alita Sills Bowling Worlds and yourbowlingcoach.com USBC Gold Coach Michelle Mullen.
So we've already talked about the importance of having a nice loose arm swing. Now we got to think about coordinating our swing with our steps, called timing. So I'd like to take a closer look at what proper timing is in the start, and then offer a couple drills to help you develop yours. Okay, so we want to make sure to develop good timing that we start the swing with the proper step. That's your key step. That's the right leg for the right-hander or the left leg for the left-hander. Now, we're going to demonstrate this in a 4-step approach, so we want to make sure then in the first step that we're pushing the ball out with the first step. If you're a 5-stepper, you would take that step with that other foot first and then do the same thing on the second step. So now we're going to take a look at Ryan and 2 drills you can do to develop your timing. So now we're going to take a look at Ryan. He's a 4-step right-handed bowler. He's going to get that ball out with that first step. Perfect. Now, as he does this, he's again using his left hand to support the weight. So in effect, he's coordinating his left arm with his right foot. So this is an excellent drill you can do to establish a good start. Your timing, perfect. Okay, now another drill you can do is the 2-step drill. I absolutely love this drill because it will help you develop where you're supposed to be on the second step to have good timing and incorporate a nice loose arm swing. So Ryan's going to do a 2-step drill, pushing out on 1, letting it drop on 2. Perfect. And this gives him a sense of where the ball should be. He's halfway through the approach, and this is where he's snapping in the timing. Now let's see him do that on an actual shot. Great shot. It's really important to establish good timing in the start so that you can have a good finish. Many bowlers, including the top professionals, have to work on their starts. I know that when we were getting ready to bowl on tour, we'd have to work on our starts every day to work out whatever that tendency is. And a very common problem is holding onto the ball too long and not wanting to get it pushed out. It's excessive control, and it's hard to give that up. So when you learn to actually push the ball out, one thing that will help is to make sure you're using that opposite hand. Feels a lot more like your natural gait. When you use that opposite hand and get it out at the right time, it may feel a little out of control, but remember that you had a little bit too much control to begin with. It's been a privilege to help you with these tips. I would love to help you more. You can visit yourbowlingcoach.com for more information on my books or to schedule your private lesson.
Thanks, Michelle. We'll bring you coaching tips and techniques every month here on Bowling Showcase, so keep watching to improve your game. Time for another commercial break, but we'll be right back with the MDU SBC Women's Series coming up next on Bowling Showcase. The Michigan State USBC Women's Bowling Association provides recognition and tournament competition to all levels of women bowlers. Competition includes the Women's State Tournament this year in Waterford, the State Queens in Mount Pleasant, and the Midwest Women's Tournament in Green Bay, Wisconsin. Recognition includes first-time 300 game and first-time 6, 7, and 800 series. Visit MichiganWBA.com for entries for these tournaments and more information on women's bowling. Metro Detroit USBC, your source for everything bowling in the bowling capital of the world. We support USBC certified league and tournament competition. We provide 11 tournaments for all members of our association, including men, women, youth, seniors, scratch, and handicap competition. The top reasons for belonging to the Metro Detroit USBC are having your average recognized, bonding of league funds, rules of the game, assistance in resolving league issues, equipment standards of the game, charities, and awards. Visit us at mdusbc.com. Welcome back. As you know, one of the highlights of every MDU SBC season is the season-long Women's Series. There's 5 events with all bowlers in each event earning cup points. Now at the end of the season, the top 15 point earners compete in the RIP 10 Invitational, and a Series Cup winner is crowned. The Women's Series, always highly competitive with the best women bowlers participating. With so many great bowlers, you can pick your favorite and cheer them on throughout the season. Now here we go. Let's look at the second Women's Series event of the year, held at Super Bowl, now on Bowling Showcase. Snowfall and freezing temperatures couldn't dampen the festive spirit at Super Bowl in Canton, when 37 top women bowlers competed in the second Women's Series event of the season. As qualifying began, It took some of the women bowlers a few frames, and in some cases a few games, to finally shake the cold and bowl at the level of competition and skill they were normally accustomed to. Valerie Bercier of Spring Lake was the top qualifier of the day with a 4-game total of 882. Like many of the bowlers, she started the day a little slow with a 185 game, but caught fire with games of 232, 228, and 237 to lead qualifying and earn the top seed for match play. In match play, she was dominant as she rattled off wins. First over Robin Orlikowski of Grand Rapids, 246 to 216. And then beating Sakithia Walters Wright of East Point, 224 to 191, earning her spot in the finals. Hall of Famer Lisa Bishop of Redford, always a standout in the women's series, bowled steady all through qualifying with a high game of 232 and a 4-game qualifying total of 838. She earned her way to the final match by first beating Nicole Wilson of Livonia, 224 to 208. Then Jennifer Maples of Southfield, 215 to 191, punching her ticket to the final match. The final match was as exciting and competitive as any all day long, with the veteran Bishop taking on the newcomer Bercier. Bishop started the match off with a spare, and Bercier, she followed with a double. In the third frame, Bishop left it open when she failed to convert on her spare, and Bercier, she took advantage. Fighting back and forth, Bishop locked in and pushed Bercier to her best. Strikes and spares followed as both ladies refused to concede the match. In the end, it was Bercier who ultimately won out over Bishop by striking when she needed it most and won the match with an impressive 246 to 184 score, marking her first ever Women's Series win.
So I'm here this month with Valerie Bercier, Team Canada player and champion of the Women's Series. How does that sound, Val?
Sounds pretty good. I don't really have much to say. It's really exciting. It was such an awesome day.
Well, you were a top qualifier. You started out a little slow with a 158.
185.
Started out a little slow with your 185.
Yeah.
I'm a little dyslexic, I guess.
That's okay.
Started out slow with your 185, and then you kind of caught fire after that. What did you find that made the move for you?
So I actually started on 53 and 54, and I did not strike on the left lane at all. I had like a Dutch pace going, and then I think I 4-6-7'd in the 8th. You know, it could have been a Dutch 200. It would have been a decent game, but I opened. And then I started too far right. I was actually just telling George that I started way too far right, and that's the tendency. I did that last month at the last tournament. I started too far right, and I shot 170. So one of these days I'll learn my lesson and put up a better set. But it was, once I moved in, got comfortable, got a little soft, my husband told me, you know, just keep soft with your hand. You can circle it a little bit. Then I shot, 220, 230, 230 or something like that.
Okay. Well, you bowled great. Once you got into match play, you just kind of were almost untested.
I was a little nervous. The last match, I missed a 10 pin. My finger grips are too big, and so it just like flew off my hand, and I was so mad because that's the first 9 count I missed all day. And so I was nervous because she could have struck out, and I would have had to strike out too, but then she ended up opening, so yeah.
Well, congratulations and Merry Christmas, and we'll see you next month.
Thank you. Merry Christmas to you too.
Okay, I'm here with the runner-up in the women's series this month here at Super Bowl. A couple years ago, she was our Cup champion, and you bowled well this year. You bowled well today in qualifying. You qualified third, and then you got into match play.
It was a tough day for me, so I was happy with how I bowled. Third place going into the match play. Valerie bowled outstanding, very well. I mean, once you watch the show today, you'll see how well she threw it. I just didn't have the touch at the bottom, and she deserved it. She bowled in an outstanding game.
Okay. Pattern seemed a little lower scoring than what I anticipated. What's your take on that?
Well, it was a little bit more speed sensitive, in my opinion. Last tournament, we had a little bit more hold, and you had to be a lot more consistent with your speed this month.
Okay. Well, again, we try to make it where you got to make spares and you get your strikes when you can, right?
You do a wonderful job. This is my favorite tournament. I'll tell you, it's almost my favorite over the tour when I used to bowl on tour, because the shots are scoreable, but they still test you. Just like I said today, my speed control had to be in check.
Okay. Well, congratulations, Lisa, and we'll see you next month, and Merry Christmas.
Thank you. Merry Christmas. Thank you.
Now, with 2 women's series events in the books, the season-long Cup race is starting to take shape. There's a lot of women's series action left this season, and it's anybody's cup to win. So keep watching and cheer on your favorite woman bowler. Congratulations to Valerie Bercier on her victory in this season's second women's series event. The competition is fierce this year, with some new faces eager to prove themselves. So keep watching, and we'll continue to bring you this highly competitive series all season long. Well, that's all for this episode. Remember, next week will be a continuation of our 2018 Bowling Showcase Adult Challenge with the next battle in our Super Bowl region. So keep watching every Saturday at 10 a.m. on WADL Detroit. Remember, you can always send us comments, contact us at bowlingshowcase@gmail, or join our Facebook page and YouTube channel. And you can watch rebroadcasts of this show and more at MDUSBC.com. Now, thanks for watching. I'm Mark Martin, and I'll see you next time on Bowling Showcase.
I hope you enjoyed the episode today. If you're ever on the east side, please come by and check us out.